the battle between the Corona Bros and the Big Ten non-Corona Bros, okay? Here's what we got going on. And some people out there like Dan Woken was mad at me. He's like, why is Clay Travis trying to work and get the Big Ten back to play? Which is ironic because there are so many people out there in sports media who have done everything they could to get college football stopped. And I'm out there fighting as hard as I can to get college football back to be a reality this season. And a lot of people out there are like, what are you doing? The Blue Checkmark Brigade, the Corona Bros, they're upset because I'm throwing punches back. And the reality is this: I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to apologize for fighting the good fight for football and all sports to happen. I believe, unlike the Corona Bros, that every single part of sports should be back up and running. From your kids' little league all the way up to the NFL, Major League Baseball, NBA, you name it, all sports should be being played right now. And I'm not going to make any apologies for doing whatever I can to work with whoever I can to make that more likely to happen. So, if you want some meek, pathetic loser who is going to sit around and allow other people to take things from him, I ain't your guy. If you want somebody who's going to load up and throw punches harder than the punches that get thrown at him, then Outkick is your place and I am your guy. Because I am fighting for all of you, the players, the coaches, the parents, the fans, everybody in the Big Ten who wants there to be college football this fall. I'm throwing punches as hard as I possibly can at the Corona Bros every day who are working their best to try to get football canceled. Now, where are we? Right now, we need to swing 6 votes at least to get the Big Ten back playing. What do I mean by that? The Big Ten voted 11-3 to cancel the fall college football season. The only 3 schools that voted in favor of playing were Ohio State, Iowa, and Nebraska, okay? What we have to do in order for play to come back is get to 60% of the conference. That means 6 states have to flip their votes. We need pressure on the presidents and the chancellors to look at the data. Coronavirus cases are collapsing. The number of coronavirus deaths, quotation marks, because most people who are being counted as a coronavirus death are actually just dying with the coronavirus, not of the coronavirus, all right? And so, if you start to work through here, what we need to do, here's where I'm going to start. If you live in the state of Indiana, or we clip this and we share it so Indiana residents can all see it, Notre Dame is playing with fans in the state of Indiana. What sense does it make that Indiana and Purdue, with a Republican governor and a former Republican governor as the president of Purdue University, can't find a way to play? That's 2 votes right now that should immediately be flipped. State of Indiana, if you are watching this and you are in the Hoosier state, your state is failing the Big Ten. Purdue and Indiana should be 100% in favor of playing Big Ten football. That happens, that gets us to 5. Where are the other 4 votes that could make this happen? All right? Michigan. Michigan should be ashamed of itself. Michigan and Michigan State should both be voting to play. So should Wisconsin. So should Penn State. Boom. That gets us to 9. Right there, I just ran through it. Now, you can put pressure on Minnesota. You can put pressure on Rutgers, which, let's be honest, should Rutgers even count? Why does Rutgers get a vote in the Big Ten anyway? You can put pressure on Maryland, which is starting to open up in a big way. All of the decisions not to play have been intensely political, okay? And so I don't think it's political to be in favor of football. I don't think football should be partisan. I think it's absolute insanity that if your kid lives in a state with a Republican governor, he gets to play high school football. If your kid lives in a state with a Democratic governor, he does not get to play high school football. What sense does that make? The data is clear. There's virtually no risk to young people playing sports across this country, whether it's Little League all the way through pro sports. Virtually zero, okay? And so I am going to fight as hard as I possibly can for the Big Ten. I think we've already won the battle. Tomorrow, college football FBS officially kicks off. I think we've already won the battle in the SEC, the ACC, and the Big 12. But I don't want to give the Corona Bros any victories. I want to line up and I want to drill them over and over and over again right in their pathetic, fearful little mouths. All right? I want to hit them right in the teeth. I want them to feel it all the way to the core of their soul. I want them to wear this defeat, and I'm not going to apologize for fighting as hard as I can alongside of the president, alongside of the governor of Florida, the governor of Tennessee, the governor of Texas, governors of any state, senators, anybody out there who's in favor of getting people back to work. I want it to happen.